Hey everybody! What are we going to meet about today? Yeah, what event are we going to do today? Oh look, everybody's here, even you, Jaybird. Oh, and there's the little guy. Alright, here I brought some snacks. Here you go. Hey Leon, come here buddy. Come get a treat. Don't you just hate online events that are boring? What is it about events that we think they have to be structured the way they've always been? And let's face it, meetings before the pandemic were already a little long and boring. But now that we're all stuck at home, even if your home is full of all sorts of crazy folks like these guys, it's important to remember that meetings don't have to be boring, especially online meetings. And while people are always looking for tricks when it comes to finding the best meeting and thinking that they need to look at tools, well, the reality is it's not tools, it's culture. And in fact, it's performance. And I'll show you. Speaking as a recovering broadcaster, I recognize that anytime you're on a camera, it's a performance, it's a show. And instead of thinking of our virtual meetings as if they're meetings, well, what if they're entertainment? What if they're a show in the same way that a play or a radio drama or a TV show has a script, has characters, has direction and rehearsal and stagecraft, and it reflects that you can never take people's attention for granted, that you should earn their attention. And as a performer, you've kind of got a responsibility to respect that attention and make sure that your audience is engaged. Make sure that they're getting the things that they want to keep them interested. Because meetings shouldn't be boring, and in particular, online meetings shouldn't be boring. In fact, they should have the same excitement, the same pizzazz as anything else. And let's not also forget that in the context of the pandemic, most of our social interaction is online. Most of our connections with our friends, our coworkers, even some of our family members is entirely based on online interaction. So you always kind of want to have treats in your pocket for whoever might show up. But it also recognizes that you need to not only anticipate all sorts of crazy characters, but think about what they're looking for in a meeting that might influence their interests. Like Patrice here, with his horns, he wants to be heard. So sometimes at a meeting, you've always got that person who really needs attention, who really wants to say what they need to say. So it's good to have a script for them. It's good to anticipate. Oh, and here comes Lucy, a little late to the party. And boy, is she interested in all sorts of yums. And that's where it doesn't hurt to maybe rehearse this ahead of time. That's it. All gone. All gone. So let's not take online meetings for granted. Let's recognize they need the same forethought, the same attention, the same preparation as we would any performance. Now that doesn't mean we can't improvise. Part of the challenge of working with a crazy team like this is you never know what they're going to do, and you never know what angle they're going to be coming at you from. But nonetheless, you need to hold their attention. You need to find ways in which you can have the sorts of treats in your pocket that ensures their attention is there, but also so that when they start making noise, you're able to give them a little bit of content, give them a little bit of knowledge, give them a little bit of love, so that they're able to participate and engage in the event in the way that you feel is necessary. Think about the best parties, the best events, the best times you've had in your life, and what were the ingredients that made it a success? Music? Guests? Programming? Part of the thing of recognizing the performative nature of online events is not to put pressure on how you perform, but instead recognize the need to be ready for anything, to prepare, to rehearse, to even exaggerate so that people understand your point. I mean, think about stage drama, for example. The extra makeup, the exaggerative actions. It's all designed to make sure that people get the story, that they understand it. I mean, what's the story of your meeting? What's the narrative arc that you've produced for your event? These are things that people in showbiz and entertainment think of all the time. But we shouldn't take for granted that to keep and hold someone's attention requires a diverse offering. A diverse set of knowledge, of circumstances. And even if you got a surprise guest who maybe has a larger appetite, it doesn't hurt to remember that he's going to probably want treats too. But you know, when the treats run out, when there's nothing left in your pocket to give to these guys, well, maybe that's a good time to end.